Okay, but let's see the next 4 or 5. So I'm reading from Matthew 5:7. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall receive mercy. What does it mean that you are merciful? It means compassion, that you are feeling together with someone. In this word, those people that are ignorant are strong. Why? It's because if you manage to not care about other people, because if you don't care about other people's desire or problems or stuff, but you manage to push them away, you can fulfill your own will. If you start to have pity on someone, those people will slow you down. And so we naturally learn how if you want to be successful and resultful, you should not look left or right or other people, neglect everyone, do your stuff. It is seen as a weakness. Being merciful is seen as a weakness in the world, but actually it is a characteristics of God, because God withholds righteous punishment and gives us time to change our mind. If we want to truly understand the mercy of God, we have to become merciful as well. Generally, like revenge would come up against people. Are we willing to withhold criticism? Are we willing to withhold punishment? God is withholding his judgment. He is merciful. He is withholding a lot of judgment so that we can make our minds, change our minds. If you want to become like God, you should also practice mercy towards other people. Are you willing to forgive and forget? And not just to forgive and forget, but even restore relationship. And not just restore relationship, but actually love. This is what Jesus is challenging you. Like, why are you different if you are only loving those that are loving you? If you are doing the same stuff as people are doing to you, you are just an average. Jesus is telling you, like, you should love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. Guys, it's not natural to do that. It doesn't come out from you. For this, you need to be transformed into the image of God. And so you spend time with God and you understand how much He has withheld, how much anger and punishment He has withheld. And in return, He gave us grace. And so then you will be able to do it to other people. And compassion helps a lot here. When you are compassionate to other people, it means like you are trying to put yourself into other people's shoes and try to, say, I don't know what happened to you, but I try to forgive. Yes, God is challenging us to change. To forgive your fathers, your mothers, your brothers and sisters. To forgive maybe someone who abused you, someone who has bullied you, or still doing that. Because Jesus is saying you are not different if you just simply hate those who hate you. Get this stuff, give it to God. Do you want God to cry with you when you are sorrowful? Do you want to involve Him into your feelings, joy, happiness, sorrow and pain? Then do this to others. If you do this to others, then you will be more like God. So blessed are the merciful, for they shall receive mercy. Let's go to the next one. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. The word pure, it means clean and blameless and unstained from guilt. Actually, the same word can be used for purifying gold with fire. So how do you purify gold? Things get hot around gold, it melts, and then the dirt comes on the top, and then you can remove it. This is how you purify gold. I hope nobody has ever done it, because maybe they can explain it way better than me. But this is the process in a short. And so are you willing to step into that and say, okay, and say, well, I think you are wrong on that, but let's talk about it. We are called to do that ministry as well. And so let's move on to the last two. They are coming together. Blessed are those who blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you when others revile you and persecute you and utter all kinds of evil against you falsely on my account. Rejoice and be glad, for your reward is great in heaven. For so they persecuted the prophets and who were before you. The work of this kingdom will be persecuted. If you look at Jesus, he was a very honest guy and living up to the standards of the kingdom, and This world just couldn't accept him. Because it says in the beginning of John that light came to the darkness, but the darkness could not receive the light. Because it's two different nature that are fighting. And so the more you will be radically following Jesus, the more people will not like you. Let me clear it out. It doesn't mean that normal people will not like you, but there will be some people who would not like you. You will face strong opposition. Jesus was loved by a lot of people and he was hated by a lot of people. And so this is the same with us. If you are persistently following God, some people will genuinely hate you. It says, blessed are you, if people are utter all kinds of evil against you falsely on my account. There will be people who would say bad things about you. They will try to misinterpret your motives. It will happen, unfortunately. But Jesus says, rejoice for that. Yeah. Because it means that you are poking the enemy. Take it as a compliment. When people are start to say bad things about you because you follow Jesus, not because you're stupid, okay? Then take it as a compliment from the enemy. Because Jesus was hated even to death. And so, but there's a promise in that if you follow Jesus, even to this so-called death, then you will see a resurrection very same like Jesus. And so I just want to encourage you guys to be persistently following after God and Jesus. Because it says the prophets were also persecuted. Doesn't mean that you necessarily will face persecution, but it might happen. And if it does happen, don't be afraid to face it. Because we are, with our life, we are to please God. And so this is the point of every human person, is to reflect God. If the enemy hates us because of that, the early church was persecuted and killed and martyred many by the Roman Empire. But they left a legacy. I think we in the Western world now, we really need to revive that legacy and to be so radical about the teachings of Jesus that we would not even be afraid to lose our reputation, our jobs even, or some other stuff. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you that we are here, and I'm just praying that all these things, it might be strong, but thank you that it's not me who have to say it, but you, Jesus, you were teaching it as fundamental truth. And thank you that you are challenging all of us to live up to the standards of the kingdom. Thank you that you will help us to actually live this kind of life. And now I'm just praying, Lord, that we would be able to make some hard and radical decision in our lives, to become more pure in your eyes, to cut off some of those evil desires and evil thoughts that we have.